Picture this. It's late, you're the only car on the road, and the world outside is just a blur of rain and darkness. There's this weird weight in the air, a feeling that you're not exactly alone. It's a scene that's a really powerful metaphor for a journey we've all taken at some point, a drive with a guest you definitely didn't invite.
Man, that line just paints a picture, doesn't it? It's not just about the rain, it's about that whole vibe of being stuck in your own head. The rain is writing stories on the glass, stories of all the things you left unsaid, things you never did. You're on a journey where your past feels way more real than the road right in front of you.
I mean, really think about that for a second. That unwelcome friend who just shows up, leans the seat back, and acts like they own the car. They're not going to help with directions, they're not chipping in for gas, but they are always there, especially when you're feeling a little lost.
So, that's what we're going to do. Let's pull over, turn on the dome light, and get a good look at this passenger. Together, we're going to deconstruct this story of a driver and their unwanted guest, because it's such a perfect metaphor for regret, for memory, and for that constant struggle to just move forward.
Okay, so let's start with the big question. Who, or maybe what, is this thing that just appears in the passenger seat? Because it's way more than just a memory. It's something active.
This definition of the passenger is just perfect. See, it isn't just about the stuff you did wrong. It's the voice of what if. It's the ghost of every single almost that never quite happened. It's literally the personification of all your alternate timelines.
And this right here is the absolute key. The passenger isn't just sitting there quietly, enjoying the ride. Oh no, it is an active critic. It's got a complete file on all your mistakes, all your missed chances, and its favorite thing to do is make sure you remember every single one.
So how does this passenger work? What's its game? Well, it has a go-to move, a whole playbook designed to keep you stuck right where you are. And it's all built around one really cruel kind of entertainment.
Oof, that line is just so powerful. The passenger takes your most painful moments and treats them like a movie. It's not a highlight reel, it's a lowlight reel, a greatest hits of your worst moments, and it's playing on a loop just for its own amusement. What a perfect way to describe the cruel nature of regret. In this reel, it's specific. This isn't some vague anxiety. It's a very clear, very sharp list. The job that could have changed everything. The phone call that might have fixed a relationship. That piece of art, that song you kept hidden away. The person you just walked away from. Each one is a specific, razor-sharp piece of your past. So what's the end game for this low-light reel? It's actually really simple and really destructive. The passenger has one single job: to make you drive while staring into the rearview mirror. Its entire purpose is to stop you from looking at the road ahead, keeping you totally paralyzed by what's behind you. But you can't drive like that forever. You just can't. Eventually, something's got to give. The driver hits a breaking point, slams on the brakes, and pulls the car over. And this is the climax of the whole story, the moment of confrontation. Just listen to this conversation. The driver is desperate, right? They're begging for some kind of help, any useful advice. But the passenger is brutally honest about what it does. It doesn't offer solutions, it can't change a thing, its only power is to remind. It's the king of rewind, not the king of moving forward. And that leads to the ultimate question. This is that moment of clarity for the driver. If this voice, this thing, isn't helping me move forward, what is it even doing here? Why am I letting it take up so much space on my journey? And there it is, the answer. This line is the pivot point for the entire story. The passenger isn't breaking in. It's not some unstoppable monster. It gets in because the driver leaves an opening for it. The door is unlocked from the inside. Regret gets a seat because we invite it in, whether we realize it or not. Wow, that realization, it changes everything. It completely flips the power dynamic. Now that the driver understands their own part in all this, they can finally do something about it. So how do you get rid of an unwanted passenger? The way forward is actually a pretty clear, four-step process. First, you stop running. You put the car in park and you face the issue head-on. Second, you acknowledge it. Look it in the eyes, accept that it's part of your story, but you refuse to let it drive anymore. Third, you clear your vision. You turn the wipers on. And finally, you pull back onto the road and you make the choice to move forward. And this is so important. This is not about pretending the past didn't happen. You can't just make the passenger disappear. The key here is your own choice, your own agency. It's about saying, okay, that happened, but then firing it from its job as your co-pilot. The past can be in the car, sure, but it doesn't get to touch the steering wheel, not anymore.
And as the driver pulls away, the passenger doesn't just vanish in a puff of smoke. It just fades. It gets smaller and smaller in the rearview mirror. It's still there. Yeah, it's a part of the journey, but its power, its influence just shrinks with every single mile you drive forward. For the first time, it's not sitting right next to you.
So we end with this. This whole story, it's not just about some driver on a lonely road, it's about all of us. It makes us ask a really tough question. What internal door are you leaving open that's letting regret just slip in and take a seat? And I guess more importantly, are you ready to finally reach over, lock it, and keep your eyes on the road ahead?
For the first time you were sitting by my side.